The brain is the most complex organ in the human body. It is because of the brain that humans are considered the best of creation. But do you know how powerful the human brain actually is? Weighing only 1.4 kilograms, this tissue-like organ contains approximately 100 billion neurons or nerve cells, which create trillions of connections every second, enabling the brain to perform its complex functions. What's astonishing is that the Qur'an, revealed around 1,500 years ago, mentions some remarkable facts about the human brain that modern science has only recently proven, leaving scientists amazed. In today's video, we will explore what the Qur'an says about the brain, how the brain functions in light of science, and the similarities between the Qur'an and modern research. So, let's begin. The Qur'an discusses human intellect and knowledge numerous times. Words related to intellect, AQL, and reasoning are mentioned in the Qur'an nearly 70 times. Additionally, countless verses encourage reflection on Allah's signs. For example, Allah says, "Do they not reflect upon the Qur'an, or are there locks upon their hearts?" In the Qur'an, the term heart is often used as a symbol for the brain and intellect. Moreover, scientific research has proven that the human heart also has a separate brain that constantly communicates with the main brain and plays a significant role in decision-making and thought processes. Similarly, there is a part of the human brain responsible for executive functions such as planning for the future, judgment, decision-making, and attention span. In neuroscience, this is called the frontal lobe, located at the front of the brain. When the frontal lobe is damaged, these functions begin to decline. Surprisingly, the Qur'an provides a clear reference to the frontal lobe. Allah says, "If he does not desist, I will drag him by his forelock," a lying, sinful forelock. Earlier, we learned from scientific research that the frontal lobe is crucial for morality, judgment, and decision-making. Yet the Qur'an refers to this part as lying and sinful. Science has proven that if a person is morally weak or habitually lies, the functionality of their frontal lobe changes. On the other hand, the brain plays an immense role in human learning, knowledge acquisition, and cognitive abilities. Allah says, "He taught man by the pen. He taught man what he did not know." This verse refers to the process of acquiring knowledge, which is directly related to the brain's neuroplasticity, or its ability to learn. Science confirms that the human brain never stops. It is always capable of gathering and storing new information. Dr. Paul Reber, a professor of psychology at Northwestern University in the United States, is well known for his research on the human brain. Recently, he conducted a study on the brain's memory capacity and revealed that the human brain consists of about 1 billion neurons, with each neuron forming around 1,000 connections to other neurons, amounting to more than 1 trillion connections. This means that even if each neuron stored a single memory, a person's memory capacity would never be exhausted in their lifetime. In fact, a single neuron can store countless memories. Dr. Reber's research also found that the brain's memory capacity is at least 1 million gigabytes. It would take at least 342 years to fill this memory card. He explained that if the brain stored memories like a modern digital video recorder and continuously played them on a TV, it would take over 300 years to broadcast all of it. Now, the question arises, how much of our brain do we use? There is a common misconception that humans use only 10% of their brain. However, this is entirely false. Scientists have proven that we use our entire brain, but different parts are active at different times. For example, when we think or plan, the frontal lobe is more active. When we move, the cerebellum is engaged. For expressing emotions, the amygdala and limbic system come into play. All of this proves that the Qur'an's emphasis on intellect, thought, and learning is entirely scientific. In various verses of the Qur'an, humans are urged to reflect, research, and seek knowledge. Allah says, "Say, are those who know equal to those who do not know? Only those with understanding will reflect." This verse proves that Allah has given special honor to those who are knowledgeable and thoughtful. So, let us utilize the brain gifted by Allah, reflect on His perfect creation, and strengthen our faith.